Hey everybody, Spider-Kel back again and back for another video review at long last. My camcorder has been broke over these past few weeks and I've had quite a few reviews that I've wanted to do, especially this guy who I picked up last Tuesday, but I've just not been able to get my camcorder work. So I'm resorting to my phone, which hopefully will actually be a bit better quality, to be honest, because I've just picked up a new phone as well. So I thought I'd give this a go. But without any further ado, easy for me to say, I'm going to be reviewing this guy, Revolver Ocelot from the Metal Gear Solid 2 line. Now, I have been after this guy for years, and I mean years. I picked up the Solid Snake figure, which I've had for a long time, and I saw this guy when I picked him up, and I thought, yep, he will be the next figure I get. And as so happens, when you look at it and think, I'll wait a bit, I'll get it next time, it then goes missing. People stop selling it, and you basically, it's a case of, yeah, you missed your chance. Then I've spent all the time looking on eBay, Amazon, just all different places that you can think of, shops everywhere, just always looking for this guy. And every time I've seen him, it's been ridiculously priced. And I thought, yeah, I want him, but I don't quite want him that much. So I was in Stockton, on Tees last week, on Tuesday it was, and there's a little shop down Silver Street called Hooray. It mainly works in Doctor Who figures, which I'm not a big fan of Doctor Who. I like it. I've always liked it. I have one of the Lights and Sound TARDIS, for that matter. I do like it, but I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a collector. But I went in there with someone else, and while I was in there, I saw this guy, and obviously asked how much was it. £15 without its box, but as you can see with it, his two revolvers and also the Metal Gear Ray piece that he comes with, and quite instantly snapped him up out of the box and said, "Yes, thanks, I'll have it." So I decided I would also do a review of him because I am so thrilled with it, absolutely thrilled. So a big thank you to everyone at Hooray, because I'm so thrilled to bits with this. Now, Revolver Ocelot is basically a character in the Metal Gear Solid 2 computer game. He was also in Metal Gear Solid 1 and Snake Eater. I don't know about Guns of the Patriots, I haven't played that. But he is one of my favourite characters. I think especially in Metal Gear Solid 2, I mean, it's a very old game, so I will say spoiler alert, because I'm going to talk about the game slightly here. But especially with the fact that his right arm, since it was sliced off by Solid Snake, not Solid Snake, sorry, it's been a while since I played the game. What's he called? Oh, the ninja. It'll come to me. Anyway, put comments underneath if you can think of him, because I can't think of him right now. Yeah, he had his right arm sliced off and spent the rest of the first game complaining that his right arm had been cut off. In the second game, he turns up and he actually has his arm back, and it turns out he's taken it from Liquid Snake from the first one, and Liquid Snake then possesses Revolver Ocelot through his arm, which, yeah, this is Metal Gear Solid. You know, anything goes. It's an incredible game. Just keep an open mind. But I loved it, and I loved the Revolver Ocelot character. Just such a cool character. So yeah, I've been after this figure for so long, and absolutely thrilled to bits with it. Oops. So yeah, I can't quite remember who made these figures either. I have to admit, he didn't come with a box, and I've long since got rid of the Solid Snake box. I can't think of who made these guys. If I find out before I put up the video, I shall put a little mention down here to them. But this guy is incredible. He really is. Once he's out of his packaging and everything, he's incredible. I'll go to his face sculpt first. He's got a fantastic. Come on, focus. There we go. He's got a fantastic sculpted face. Looks incredible. Just so much detail. Especially that, like, around the chin here, where it's kind of like a bit rough. And I really like that through to his ponytail. And the camouflage sort of jacket that he was wearing, which matched with all of the the guys you were kind of like hunting down in the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 2. He does come with a second revolver, which will come out. And I'll go on to the revolver for a second, just because these are really well detailed as well. Where's my finger? There we go. I'm working off a small screen here, so this is a bit more difficult. And it seems to take this camera a long time to focus. Let's get this guy back over here. Let's try that. Come on. There we go. That's a little bit better. But the revolver is, there we are. Fantastic detail all the way through. Beautiful, beautiful paintwork on there. And they will go in both his hands, so that he's got two. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to check actually, because in the game he does have a holster in his back, but nope, he doesn't here, because he does in one of the first halves of the game pull a revolver from behind his coat. That would have been a nice inclusion to have that holster there, but nah, I'm not complaining. Just would have made it even cooler. In forms of articulation, he doesn't come with much articulation. There's only really one pose you can have him in, realistically, and that is kind of the whole I shoot you sort of pose, like that. But he does move slightly. You could have him stood like that, I suppose. It's obvious that he is basically designed to only have his arm out like that. And another kind of thing that I would have liked it better if it was his left hand that was his shooting arm, because he does use his left hand more in the game than he does his right hand. Obviously, with his right hand being possessed by liquid, he doesn't use it. He uses his left hand. So that would have been a lot nicer. But never mind. The guns are a bit of a pain as well to get into his hand. I've kind of got that into there, but it took me a while. And I really don't fancy getting it back out again, because it's just, I just don't want to break it, because his coat is a very, very soft plastic, so that flows very nicely. Beautiful detail on there, beautiful detail on there, and his camouflage trousers as well, even through to the belt at the back. Fantastic articulation on his legs. He's a bit stiff, I think, probably with his age, but his leg will kind of rotate slightly at the hip. He will bend at the knee after you've snapped it, like that, and he will twist at the ankle. I love the spurs on the back as well. Come on. I love the spurs on the back as well there. Really, really nice touch. Just an all-round beautiful figure. And just so thrilled. It was one of those moments where you just suddenly see it in the glass cabinet, and just like everything around just kind of like slows down, and you're like, could it be? Is it? And you find it, and you think, wow, that's a good price. I'm buying it, and I say a fantastic price that I paid for him. It really is. So there we go. Yeah. So, overall, that is Revolver Ocelot. I am absolutely thrilled to bits to have it. If you would like to see a review of Solid Snake as well, then let me know. Send me a message, put a comment underneath, let me know, and I will definitely do a review if people want to see it. I just had to do this guy, though, because he has very quickly become my pride and joy at the moment, and he's taken proud display over next to Solid Snake. Thrilled to bits with it, love it. As I say, if you want to pick one of these up, unless you're lucky like I was, you might be looking at quite a bit of money. If you find him, I would personally, my own personal saying, if you could find him for maybe £20 with his box as well, that would be a bargain, really. I say I paid £15 for this guy without his box, without any sort of boxing, but with all his bits and pieces. I got the Metal Gear Ray leg as well, which means I now have 2 legs for Ray and nothing else, because I've not collected any of the others, and I don't really intend on it. These were the 2 main characters I liked, so these were the 2 main ones. So I now have 2 Ray legs that I'm just never going to use, so never mind. But yes, fantastic figure. Fantastic figure. And that's all I can say. Thrilled to bits. So I will now sign off, and I hope you enjoyed the review. This is one very happy Spider-Kel, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.